everyone, and welcome back to Cozy Does It. My name's Beth, and I'm really glad that you stopped by my channel today. I hope that you enjoyed that fun little intro. And what's so exciting about that intro is that it is announcing that I am doing the winter cycle of Project 333, and I will give you a closer look at those items that you saw in the intro in a little bit, but first I wanted to do a quick review of my experience with the fall cycle of Project 333. Let me just review. Project 333 is a minimalist fashion challenge that was created by the blogger and author Courtney Carver back in 2010. I will link her blog below and also her book titled Project 333 in case any of you are interested in partaking in this challenge as well. I just wanted to do a review of some pros and cons that I experienced while participating in this challenge. Let's start with the cons. Let's get them out of the way because I have decided to do this challenge again and I'm excited to share the pros, but let's get the negative stuff out of the way first. My first con for Project 333 is that your clothing will get more wear and tear than it may if you weren't participating in this challenge. My second con is that I felt a little bit more restricted when it came to formal events. As I showed you in my last Project 333 video, I had set aside one formal outfit for a wedding that I was going to at the end of October. We had such an amazing time and I felt appropriately dressed. It was a formal event and it was the best time. We had another wedding at the beginning of November that I had been under the impression would be a little bit more casual, but when I started asking my friends what they were going to be wearing, it sounded like everyone was dressing up. And this was the same group of friends that was at the wedding like 2 weeks before that. And I didn't want to wear that same black dress that I had showed you in my video. I did end up having to go into my storage and took a different formal dress and did cheat a little bit and wore a different formal dress for that event. Maybe that experience is a little bit different because I am sharing this journey publicly with you. If you were participating in this yourself and you felt a little bit restricted, I encourage you to just dip into your storage. There's no sense in feeling guilt or feeling bad. That's not what this project is about. My next con was occasionally getting bored with the selections that I had made, although there is a pro that comes from this, which I will share for you in a couple of minutes. I did feel bored a couple of times and I did wish that I had some more variety, and I really tried not to shop during this cycle, and the only article of clothing that I did end up buying was a dress for my Halloween costume, which I did end up turning into something else. If you haven't watched that video, I encourage you to go take a look at my Halloween video. My final con for Project 333 is that at the beginning of the process, when you're making your selections, I feel like it did kind of counter the whole aspect of mitigating decision fatigue while you're getting dressed in the morning, because at the beginning of this process, the decision fatigue is monumental. When you are making your 33 items selection, you're rejecting a lot of items. You have to process all of these choices as you're picking these selections, and I think there's a lot of decision fatigue in that process. Now, do I think that that is more put together than your day-to-day would be if you're getting dressed in the morning? I'm not really sure. For me, the way that I get dressed in the morning, even when I have my entire wardrobe in my dresser, my closet, I basically just decide to wear whatever the first things my brain tells me it wants to wear. So if I open my drawer and the first thing that my eyes set on is like a blue sweater, I'm gonna wear that blue sweater. That's just how my brain works when getting dressed. I guess part of that is I have minimized my closet a lot. I do really enjoy most of the clothes that I have, and they fit properly and I enjoy wearing them. So maybe that's part of why I get dressed that way. Now, the exciting part, moving on to the pros, why I've decided to continue forward with this challenge for winter. Let me start off by saying that if you had asked me 3 weeks ago if I wanted to do Project 333 again, honestly, I would have told you no. There was a significant shift, probably about 2 months and 1 week into this process, where I decided that the pros outweighed the cons and that this project really does simplify habits that I had been doing, and I will go through those as I talk about the pros. But yeah, there really was a big shift after that 2-month mark where I decided, yes, I want to try this project again. Yes, I got something out of this project. So to Courtney Carver, I just want to say thank you. And to the rest of you, I want to say, if you do decide to embark on this challenge or have already embarked on this challenge, give it the full cycle to really form an opinion about it, because who knows, you might change like late in the project cycle. So without further ado, my list of pros. And to start off, my first pro is less laundry. At the beginning of this process, when I posted my Project 333 video, I got a question from a commenter, and that was Alameda Dance Party. And the question was, let us know how it goes with the laundry. How often are you doing laundry each week? And do you find this to be the right number of items based on a weekly washing schedule? Great question. And now I can give you an answer. I did less laundry. Was it significantly less? Over the 3 months, yes. So I probably saved myself 1 load of laundry every other week. And I almost never felt at a loss for something to wear with that washing schedule, except for that one formal event, which I talked about. Instead of doing 2 loads a week, I did every other week. I would do like 1 load and then 2 loads. And the reason I had to do the 1 load every week was because Mike plays soccer every week and I had to wash his soccer stuff. So I might occasionally throw some other stuff in there. But if it were just my clothes, I probably would have only done 1 load of laundry a week. So I definitely did cut down on laundry, and that was really amazing, not only because I was using less water, it was because it saved me time. It was easier to fold things. It just took no time at all. It was amazing. Also, Project 333 is great in that you'll have space to put your clothes away after the laundry is done. There will be no shoving clothes in the drawer, shoving drawers shut. There will be what's called negative space or empty space in your dresser, in your closet, and that creates a very calming sensation to see that empty space. My next pro is less spending. Throughout this cycle, as I told you, I only bought 1 article of clothing, and that was for my Halloween costume. I saved so much money. I'm a person who really loves to go to like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and just kind of explore see what kind of treasures I find. And throughout this 3-month process, I didn't shop for clothes. I would find myself going to those stores still just because I do enjoy that environment, being around there. And I would buy like kitchen utensils that we need or housewares that we were lacking in. And I still got the enjoyment of shopping out of that. My next pro is identifying your personal style. So by doing this project, you will be noticing that you'll be tending to reach, even though you have a limited wardrobe, you'll be tending to reach for specific items more often than others. Like one item that I didn't include in my Project 333 for fall and that I didn't miss was blue jeans. I used to have like 3 to 4 pairs of blue jeans in my dresser drawer, and I would wear them, but I wouldn't get that sense of confidence in them that I did in my black pants and my burgundy pants. I also really enjoy wearing my jean jacket, and I will sometimes do the blue denim on blue denim look, but I prefer not to. It's just a personal preference. My fourth pro is getting dressed is a breeze. There's no decision fatigue once you have minimized your clothes this much. My next pro is that it encourages you to take better care of your clothes. For example, I had included this blue and white checkered baby doll top in my fall Project 333. And very early on in the process, I don't know what caused it, but all along the back ruffle, there was a stain that was like this big. I don't know if it was sunscreen or I like leaned against spilled juice or something. I really don't know what caused it, but I took the time to look up how to try to fix it, and it worked. I used, I think, lemon and baking soda. It got the stain out and just washed it regularly, and was amazed that I could salvage a piece of clothing that I previously probably would have thrown away. A note on throwing clothes away, I did want to just quickly talk about the option of recycling clothing, and I am going to be recycling a small bag of clothing. I found these boxes, I think they're called Planet Aid, and I will link the website for Planet Aid down below in case you want to find a clothing recycling bin near you. I found that having a limited amount of clothes allowed for more creativity in getting dressed. I feel like a big argument against a capsule wardrobe is that people like to express themselves through what they wear. I found I could still do this with a limited amount of clothes, and I was creating outfits that I didn't previously wear, and I was really happy to try something new with the things that I had selected. One I already talked about was less decision fatigue from day to day. I definitely found that that was the case. It was such a breeze to get dressed or to pack if we were going away for the weekend. It was just so much easier than having your full wardrobe laid out in your dresser and in your closet. My next pro is self-confidence. This is a big one, you guys. You should be leaving your house feeling confident in what you're wearing. Your clothes are a tool for having the best day that you can have, or for improving your day. You want to at least feel like a wonderful version of yourself walking out the door. Your clothes should fit. They should be clean. They should make you feel good. So make sure when you're making your selections, you're not picking aspirational clothing. You want to pick clothes that make you feel good or that make you feel happy. If you have a pair of sequin pants in your closet and you're like, man, I really wish I could wear these, I want to put them in my Project 333, go for it. If it makes you happy, put those sequin pants in your Project 333 and wear them. And if you feel confident walking out the door, then that's part of your personal style. My final pro, and this was a big one, it makes the clothes that you stored away feel new in a sense. So during this cycle, I had put away one of my favorite dresses that I wear like all spring and all summer. It's not in my fall capsule, it's not my winter capsule, but it's this navy blue dress with these gold stripes on it. And I saw this dress when I went to make my winter selections, and it just made me happy to see it, and it felt new again. And honestly, this is a favorite item of clothing that I had forgotten about. And this is what happens when you put your clothes out of sight. I'm not saying you'll forget about everything. I'm not saying you won't miss a particular item or think maybe like one day out of the 3 months, man, I really wish that I put that blue dress in my capsule, which I kind of was feeling for that formal event. I was like, I wish I had another dress. It's just encourages you to shop your closet rather than go shop at a store and spend money. So without further ado, let me take you downstairs and walk you through my selections for my winter cycle of Project 333. Let's go. Okay, we're downstairs. I'm about to show you my winter cycle of Project 333. This cycle does go from the beginning of January through to the end of March. I am going to post this video a little bit before the cycle starts in case it's helpful for any of you in curating your Project 333 capsule wardrobe for winter. So let me flip that camera around. I will talk through some of the items that I have selected for my winter cycle of Project 333, and I will explain some of the changes I have decided to make between my fall cycle and this winter cycle. So let's start with the clothes that I have decided to take into this cycle. So I carried over exactly the same set of pants that I used for my fall cycle. I just felt really confident in those pants, and that was 2 pairs of black jeans, 1 pair of burgundy pants, and 1 pair of leggings. So carrying those forward, felt really strongly about those. Also carrying forward this printed dress. I just feel like the best version of myself in this dress. I wear it all the time, and I wouldn't be surprised if people think this is the only article of clothing that I have. Just because I wear it so much, I feel really confident in it, and that's why we curate our own personal style. Moving on, I have carried over 1 baby doll top, both of the black tops that I had in my fall cycle of Project 333, and then my gray dolman top that I like to use as a plain t-shirt or travel t-shirt. I'm also switching over my scarf to this very satisfying deep red pashmina, and then switching out my baseball hat with this white baseball cap because I think it just goes a little bit better with the clothes that I picked. I also switched out my tote bag selection with just a black tote bag, just because I also felt like it went really well with the selections that I picked. I also have my winter hat and gloves and 1 belt. And then I have switched out some of my sweaters, carried over some, but I have 7 sweaters or 6 sweaters and 1 flannel. And I just feel really good in all of these clothes. So I like how the colors are kind of interchangeable with the other selections that I have made, and I can really create a bunch of different outfits as I showed you in that fun intro. So let me show you my shoes and outerwear and my handbag. You may notice that I have more shoes than I had in my fall cycle of Project 333. This is because shoes were an area where I really felt like I was wanting to wear shoes that I had put aside. So I've opted to keep some of the shoes that I had. Those are my flip-flops, my black ankle boots, and my brown ankle boots that I also use as rain boots. And I have added my running sneakers, my brown snow boots and these knee-high leather boots. And I just feel really good in all of these, and I feel like they'll give me an appropriate variety for this cycle. I am going to use just my Red House Vermont crossbody. It is a waxed canvas crossbody. I do not have an affiliation with this company, but I really do swear by this handbag. It is the only handbag that I have religiously used probably since 2018 or 19, and this is actually my third handbag from them. Exact same color, exact same style. I just love this bag. So let me talk you through my outerwear choices. So I have my big navy blue duffel coat, which is as warm as a down comforter. It is perfect for those ultra chilly days. And then next to it, I have a packable down jacket. This jacket is deceivingly warm, and it has a hood that kind of cinches around your face to just keep the wind out. So that's going to be a good choice, especially for like walks and maybe even some winter runs if I'm feeling so inspired. And then I am also just carrying forward my denim jacket and my quilted black jacket. These are very versatile pieces. I feel like they just help to make a style feel more me. I did really just grab these all the time. I did end up wearing all of the jackets that I picked for my fall cycle of Project 333, but I really did want to carry these two jackets forward. So if you followed me for my last cycle of Project 333, you'll know that I didn't count my jewelry. I'm still not going to do that. I think that it was freeing to, even though I had limited choices in my closet, to be able to pick whatever jewelry I wanted helped to satisfy that craving for something a little bit different. And I think that that was the right choice for me. I also am going to make the change where I'm not going to set aside a specific item of formal wear. If a formal event does come up, I will give myself the freedom to go into my storage and make that selection. I feel like restricting myself with formal wear caused more stress than this project is intended to do. This project is intended not to cause stress. So I felt like that kind of went against the whole goal of the project. So I'm not going to restrict myself on formal wear this time around. So you have seen all of my Project 333 selections for winter. Please excuse my pajamas because I got dressed like 60 times yesterday making the intro, and I was like, today is a pajama day. If I go outside, I will change, but for now it's pajamas. Also, wanted to let you know that this video is going to go up before the end of December. You will see another video posted after this that still has my fall selections in it. So just excuse that, and I hope that you will join me for that video as well. For now, I'm gonna take you back upstairs. I'm gonna have some chamomile tea, I think, because I've been talking so much that my throat is a little bit scratchy. And then I'm going to recycle my bag of undonatable clothes. And like I said before, I'm going to be donating them via a Planet Aid donation box or recycling box. And basically, Planet Aid will take any undonatable item of clothes for recycling as long as it is washed and dried, like fully clean. You know what I mean? Don't be putting your dirty socks in the Planet Aid box, please. The types of items that Planet Aid will take are things that may surprise you. If you're like, I'm not gonna put this in the recycling box, it's an old sock with holes, or it's old undergarments with holes, like, you can put them in the donation box. You just have to, like I said, make sure that they are washed and dried before you put them in that box. Same thing goes for old Shoes, just make sure that they're cleaned before you put them in that box. They'll also take textile waste like dish rags, sheets, towels, just like I said a couple of times now. Make sure they're clean and dry before you put them in the donation box. Hey everyone, so I just got back from dropping off my clothing recyclables, and I actually had trouble getting to the Planet Aid box, but I did stop at my grocery store on the way home, and there was a different clothing and textile recycling box in the parking lot. So I did recycle my clothes in that box. And I just wanted to end this video here, and I wanted to say thank you so much for stopping by. It's been great having you, and I hope that you have a really cozy day. If you celebrate Christmas, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas coming up. And then I also just wanted to say, if you want to leave me a comment down below, I would love to read it. If you are also a content creator who is going through the Project 333 journey or curating your Project 333, leave me a comment down below, say hi. I would love to see your video when it's posted. If you are going to be embarking on the Project 333 challenge for the winter cycle, let me know how it's going. Let me know if you are having trouble with the process in the comments below. If there's any kind of feedback I can give you, I would love to help. So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I will see you next week.